One of my favorite shots in the whole segment is the shot of St. Patrick preaching, and there's in the first part there's only a few people standing around, and the camera begins to pull out, and it cross dissolves from the hills to a town to a field with a wall. And as the camera pulls back and as we go from one place to another, you see that St. Patrick's crowd is actually building and more people are hearing his message of God's love. I think that's a really effective visual way to communicate how we can tell people about God. But it turns out it's also kind of a joke in there too, because each of those people that's standing around Patrick, as they gather around, those are all people that work here at Big Idea. We've got our concept artists, and then Tim Hodge and Mike Naraki, who are our directors, and I'm in there. I'm the blonde guy down in the front. And Andy Yowsey, who's our production coordinator, he's actually over there on the side, leaning on the stick. And the tall, skinny guy who's up in the corner with the dark hair, that's actually Mike Naraki. He was the director of St. Patrick and the whole Sumo show, but he's also the voice of Larry the Cucumber.
Well, we decided to give Larry, poofy hairdo and eyeglasses. We wanted him to look very teacherly, and a friend of mine named Hans, who's actually a music teacher, sort of was the inspiration behind Larry's look. And so I don't think I've told Hans that yet, so I think I'll probably need to mention that to him. but yeah, we just thought it'd be kind of fun to have him kind of come out looking like a teacher. And in my mind, Hans is the teacher, he's the typical teacher. And so that's why we went that route with Larry. All of the bus routes that Larry takes are actual Chicago city street bus routes. So if you actually listen to all those and go and get a CTA map, Chicago Transportation Authority map, you can find your way to a neighborhood. So it's pretty funny.
This is Brian Roberts. He's an artist at Big Idea. He's going to show you how to animate Maywin-Sucket, the young St. Patrick.
What I'm going to do right now is show you how to do something that I used to do when I was a little kid, when I was first learning how to draw, and that is, this is going to be a way that we can actually animate this character and have him blink his eyes and open his mouth. And you probably hear the word animation and you think, wow, that's going to be really hard. But this is actually a really easy way to have some fun with your drawing and to get a little bit of life into it. What I'm going to do is take this piece of paper and I'm going to fold it in half so that there's a bottom half and a top half with the seam or the crease at the top. So now I have kind of two little areas where I can draw. And the important thing with this way we're going to do this is that we actually start on the bottom part of the paper so that the flap comes down on top. So on this bottom piece of paper, I'm going to draw St. Patrick's face, which is pretty much just a circle, just like this. And then his hat comes off the top, kind of pieces of triangles up there. And then he's got some hair that comes out, just like this. And then he's got ears that stick out the side of his head, which are just kind of more little circles. And then we need to draw his eyes, which nice big circles right in the top half of his face. He's got another little part of a circle for his nose, and then his mouth right there. Now we need to go back in and we're going to finish these circles for the eyes. And then we just need little pupils, which are more circles. Now here's where the real fun starts. We're going to take the piece of paper and fold it back over. And you'll be able to see, you can see right there that I can see the other drawing underneath. And we're going to use that to draw a second drawing, which is going to be almost the same, except we're going to change a few little things. So usually I like to make the eyes blink or make the mouth open or something like that. So kind of tracing over the first drawing, we're going to leave some of the lines the same. So things like the ears and the hair and the hat, they're all going to stay the same. So we're just going to trace those right off the original drawing. And then the overall shape of the face is the same. So these are all lines that we're just tracing and making exactly the same. And then the eyes and the mouth, we're going to change those, so it's going to be kind of animated. So the mouth, we want to open it so we can see the inside of the mouth, and maybe we'll see his tongue, and you can color that in black. And then the eyes, we're going to make them look like they're blinking, so we need to draw them shut. So we're gonna draw lines that are kind of the place where the eyeball, where the eyelids meet each other, and then we're still gonna draw the outside circles. So you can see now we've got a drawing with his eyes shut and his mouth open. And this is where the real fun happens. Now that we've got both drawings done, you can take the drawing and kind of hold it like this and then flip back and forth. And when you do it really quickly, it looks like your character is talking and blinking his eyes. If you look where Maywin pushes the cradle off screen, you can see a little square of pink behind him when he moves to the side. That's actually his neck, because I'd forgotten to attach his neck to his body. So when he moves, you actually see that behind him, which hopefully most people won't notice, but it's there.